So I've been called out by Chris, head of marketing, has called me out and said it's time you stop trying those easy hitting irons and you've got to put a blade to the test. So today we're going to test the Srixon Z-Forged II in the studio here at Cambridge. Remember guys, if you like our videos, please hit that subscribe button and tell all your golfing friends. That was lovely. Don't be afraid of this iron. So it's pulled no punches today. Chris has got me to hit the Srixon Z-Forged II and put it to test. So, well, it's certainly a blade. It looks pretty unforgiving. They've got the V sole on the bottom of the club, so that's going to help us cut through the turf. I think that's going to be the least of my worries with this thing. They talk about the pure frame. I mean, it looks quality, doesn't it? I mean, it absolutely looks an unbelievably good looking iron. Srixon have used their tour players to obviously design this, guys that can actually find the middle of the club, which helps. We may not see that today, but it certainly helps. And the one talking point that Srixon do have is this pure frame. So where the Srixon logo is this pure frame, which is a small piece of metal placed behind the centre of the club, which gives you more stability and more solid strike and supposed to add more power. I'm just hoping I find somewhere on the face, let alone the middle of the face. So, you know, let's jump into the Trackman bay, let's see the numbers, and let's see if I can still feel my fingers after hitting this. So, jumped in the bay, here we go. Gonna have a smash with this really tasty looking iron. If you can see Chris's face now behind that camera, he's giggling away to himself. He's putting me to the test here with Srixon Z-Forged Mark II. It looks great, but one of the things that I'm always interested in when we hit a blade, obviously every player, there's not a player on the planet that wouldn't love to play a set of these. They would look fantastic in the bag. But I don't think you should be scared of blades. You know, they get a bad rap sometimes that, oh, they're not very forgiving. Some are. Some are equally as forgiving as some as the cavity back versions of these clubs. So we've tested the ZX7, the ZX4, ZX5, and they're all very, very good, very soft feeling irons. And you know, don't shy away. If you can deliver the club, regardless of handicap, if you can deliver the club into the ball consistently, then there's no reason why you shouldn't at least have a go at this. But don't be as scared to try this type of iron. And where this type of stuff really works is when you can combo it, right? So there's no reason to say, yeah, you might not fancy it in the 4, 5, 6 iron, but you know what? In the 7, 8, 9, yeah, put it in the wedge. That would be a nice little iron to look at. It's not as, you know, from behind it looks, I'll come into the camera there, it looks clean, it looks crisp, it looks pure, we know that. But actually when you put it behind the golf ball, it doesn't look as scary as it possibly does when you pull it out the bag. So let's hit a couple of shots and let's see what the numbers are. See, that was a bit out the toe. And that's flighted lovely. Have a look at that. 172. So no different for me than some of the other irons we tested. Actually a little bit shorter, but you know what I'm going to say, I always like that. So that was lovely. Bit off the bottom before we get a comment to say the strike wasn't quite good, but even that little bit off the bottom of the club, 176 yard carry, it's consistent, it's not going to jump. For someone that's got maybe a bit of speed, 95 club head speed I'm at there, someone who's got a bit of speed, that's not going to be too far away from being pretty solid. Now that was off the bottom. I mean, that's putting a blade to the test. I can still feel my fingers, not sure how much I'd feel it in winter, but what did he give me in yardage? 180, so I've absolutely knifed that. It's gone further because it's obviously got no spin in it. It's come really off the bottom of it. I'm going to skip through the back of the green, that one. So let's just hit one more and see if we can get a nice flight. That was nice. That was really nice. 179, 50-degree land angle, lovely stopping. I wouldn't hesitate to put a set of them in the bag right away. I'm not sure I'd kind of be very happy maybe on the 8th or 9th hole when I've got to pull out a 4 iron, but the 7 iron, certainly a very lovely looking iron. certainly is way more forgiving. You saw some of them strikes, it's way more forgiving than I thought it was going to be. Don't be afraid of this iron. It is incredibly powerful, it is incredibly good looking, and you can get away with murder. So we've put it to the test. He tried to trick me up, didn't he, Chris? He tried to trick me up with this one, but to tell you what, I'm glad he did. It was a fantastic iron to play with. I'm going to go really high. It's really surprised me, this. Srixon Z-Forged II, the AF golf score for look is 9.5. I'm not sure you're going to find a better looking bladed club. I mean, it just looks insanely good. Feel the same, 9.5. I don't think you're going to beat it. I just think it's absolutely brilliant off the face. This is the bit that scares you. Affordability. This is about 160 to 170 pound a stick. Now, put that into context of some of the irons. That's sort of 15 to 30 pound cheaper than some other models. That's a mad price. So I've got to give it a 9. I mean, it's a great price for a set of irons. Custom options, well, you know I love to talk about how we build for Srixon. We have the components in stock. We can whack a load of different custom options. Srixon obviously do their own, and that's brilliant, but I love the fact that we're able to offer that little bit extra with a brand like Srixon. With such a good looking iron as well, you can really, you know, make this your own with different colour ferrules and different colour grips and all sorts of stuff, and we love doing that with our customers, so that's great. So I'm going to give it an AF Golf 8 out of 10 for customization. Performance, they're right, the pure frame at the back definitely helped a few of those bad shots. So again, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Now, that's a massive, massive, massive score. I think it's probably going to be top of the leaderboard. So with a score of 45, we are 45 out of 50. I wasn't expecting that today, but that is an unbelievably good performing iron. And regardless of your handicap, if you can strike the middle of a club face, don't be afraid to test this iron. So there we go, that completes the Srixon Z-Forged Mark II test that Chris put me to the test on. If you want to test me with a certain iron, a club, I am more than happy to give it a go. I'm not the best ball striker in the world, but I will give you an honest opinion of how it plays and how it performs. So guys, remember, if you like our content, please hit that subscribe button, put in the comments below the clubs you want me to test next time, and we'll see how we get on.